welcome everyone. Madman bringing an RSL video. So today, a little more update on champ training and how maybe to best approach it. It's probably going to be a continual thing. We're slowly honing in on it, but as we play and we learn and we grow. So we just finished the Newt Fusion not too long ago. As you can see, we're already 3 days into the Fusion warm-up, so day and a half, 2 days before the next Fusion starts. And of course, champ training, whether it be an event or a tournament, is going to be obviously a part of this Fusion. So you'll have your food if you're lucky. If you don't, you may not have any food. As you can see, I got a lot of brews here, so I could easily brew. I got a pretty decent amount of coin, but you dang near have to keep 60 million coin the way they've been doing these artifact enhancements. But the downside is I have not zero, but not a whole lot of mystery shards. Like I have over 6,000 on my free to play. And I don't know what happened. One time I opened like 3,000 mystery shards. I don't recommend that to do one of the fusion events or whatnot, and I have just not seemed to recovered from that. It might also be kind of part of the method I use when leveling up food or leveling up champs to level 60 and stuff, because generally I will, get them to level 50. I will run them through Minotaur to get all those scrolls, and then I'll either brew or whatnot to get them to level 60, and I'm not getting the mystery shards, a lot of them, from running campaign that much. So therein lies the problem. But so real quick, I want to just switch over to Excel. I know the number crunching stuff is boring, but show you what I've been slowly working on, and just let you see and judge for yourself if you like this method or not. So the handy dandy spreadsheet here that everybody just loves. Don't worry, I hate presenting it, but I do kind of like running the numbers and gathering data and everything. So let's do a quick recap, right? We did 12-3 brutal. Everything got run through 1 star all the way up till we made a 5-star. Then we also ran 12-3 brutal, but we put 3 brews into the 2, 3, or 4-star rank up champions before running them through campaign to get them all the way up to max level, and then ranking them up. And then the last method was all brews, rank them all up with all brews, and we put 2 brews in the 3-star food or 4 brews in the 4-star food before feeding it into the rank up champions. All brews. Now, I will tell you, side warning, point wise, it's not worth putting 1 brew into a 2-star. It's just not. It will speed up slightly how much time it takes to do all this, but point wise is actually worse than just doing this method. Not by much, but it actually comes out to be worse. So this is the 7150 was the point threshold to get the rare during the last fusion, which was the newt or nut, however you want to pronounce it. And then the rest of it is just normalized based on what it took to make 1 5-star. Overall, you can make about 2.5 5-stars. Anyway, so we would have made 9.9 if we'd have done all the way to here, running 12-3 brutal. If we did my hybrid method here, we'd make 3.2, and if we did all brews, it would cost us 6 million. And then you can see the numbers normalized on how much it would cost us in shards, how much it would cost us in brews, and or how much it would cost us in energy. And then of course this is how many runs at a dungeon 20 you could run based on all the energy that you spent to get to here. Now, what does all that mean? Well, real quick before I get into all this, you can see these averages down here for campaign, Spider 20, Dragon, Ice Golem, Fire Knight. I have 2,000 runs to get these averages on campaign. A little over 400 for Spider, over 500 for Dragon, a little shy of 400 Ice Golem, over 500 for Fire Knight. I'm slowly working to 2,000, right? I figure 500 is probably a really close ballpark, and then by the time you hit the 2,000 run for the information, you're getting pretty close to pinpoint. I'm also working on the 25 dungeons, but that's very slowly because I'm past that point now, and I'm working on the hard ones as well, mostly 10, but I do have a little bit of Fire Knight 6 and a little bit of Dragon 7 built up to get these numbers here. Now, what does all that mean? Okay, if we put all the brews in, right, and then we took all that energy that we did not use doing the brew method, we'd get to 15.7. Now, this 15.7 is after running all those spiders and then paying the $6 million debt. We're going to put that 15.7 in our pocket, right? So we made 21, 22 million overall. The 12.5 million is, hey, we're going to take 20% of our take and we're going to go save it to roll it up later. And the rest of the coin we're going to put in our pocket. That's what I put there. Now, the 13 million here, the 13 million is that we made 3 million. So this 3 million is included in here. And then the rest of the energy that we saved by using brews and stuff to get to this point threshold or in champ training, whether it be the tournament or event, and then the rest of the energy there went into Spider, which would be about just shy of 10 million from doing Spider, and we end up with the 13 million. And of course, this is 20%, keep the accessories. 87 runs, that's how many Spider runs it takes to pay or get a zero sum total of this 6 million coin debt. That would leave us 227 runs left over, or this amount of energy to do whatever we want with. So that's what doing this obviously is going to net us the most, right? As long as we're running Spider 20. But wait, does Dungeon Divers, is it Spider 20 the entire time? No. Sometimes you got to run the Dragon Tournament, or the Fire Knight Tournament, or the Ice Golem Tournament. And there's champ training going on, and there's Dungeon Divers. So you can't necessarily always be running Spider if you're going for the Fusion, or the Frag Champion, however you want to look at it. So, what do I have here? If we did all this same thing we did with Spider, but we did it with Dragon 20, we would net 8 million, or if we kept 20%, we'd get the 6.4. And then you can kind of see the runs of the leftover energy. And then this is, of course, using the hybrid method. And so it's not too bad, but a big difference there. Now, I just put this. So this is, again, if we did this method here, and then the rest went into Spider, and it's a comparison. It's the same as this number. I just put it there as a comparison. Actually, this number is this number, right? Running it this way and then all the Spider. So I apologize there. But it's the same here, and it's just a comparison. So you can see if you did the Spider, you'd make 13 versus Fire Knight, you're making 10 versus 9.6 or so for Dragon, or 8.4 for Ice Golem. So that's what those numbers are, right? If you run the kind of hybrid method here, you could end up with that if you're running all of Dragon 20 the whole time. Same thing here with Ice Golem, and then here with Fire Knight. So you're making a bunch of profit. Now I'm slowly working on it. I'm going to start adding and tracking. It's a work in progress. The Dungeon Divers and the amount of points you're going to get, so that you can kind of get an idea of, all right, how many runs is it going to take me? So as long as I stick with it, it's 2,250 points to hit the threshold, whether it be for the fragments or the rare or whatever, during any of the dungeon tournaments. That's pretty much a standard. So let's see. I want to track how much Dungeon Diver points, though, that's potentially going to equate to. Again, it depends on your luck on how you get stuff, but these are averages. Then, how much energy is that, right? So that Obviously, running Spider 20 is going to nest the most amount of coin, and as far as dungeon diver points go, it's going to be the same through any of the dungeons, right? It doesn't care. It just wants to know, is it a 5-star or a 6-star, and whether it's a rare, epic, or legendary. That's all dungeon divers care about. It does not matter if it's a life piece of equipment over here, which sucks as far as the payout, or um, Savage over here, or a banner over here. It's all the same point total for dungeon divers. So I want to start tracking that and add it up to get a little more clarity. But I just wanted to point this out real quick. So obviously this is still going to be the fastest time-wise method, but it's going to really hurt you in the shard and brew department, and you will slowly whittle down. You'll make a lot more coins, so you have a bunch of coin. Great. And once you run out of shards, it's hard to get to the mystery shards, and you run out of brews. It's not necessarily super easy to get the brews either. So I like the balance method. I need to do some of this more, but the big problem really is the coin. As you can see, I got 4,000 brews, but I'm real low on shards. I only have like 600, so I couldn't even do both of the champ trainings this method. I do have enough coin, and of course I could make more, so that the coin part's not really the problem. It's really, and the brews for me, it's the mystery shards, getting the mystery shards. This is going to be a better payback, and I did not track it, sadly. I apologize for that. How many mystery shards I got back doing all these runs in campaign versus what I spent. This is what I spent, right? I spent 180 to make a 5-star, and then this is normalized number. But I did not take into account how many I actually got back. So it is what it is. I dare say this would end up being more like the 350 shard range. The brews will be still roughly the same, depending on the point total here. So that's what it's probably going to cost you there. You have to determine, do I want to just do campaign? That's going to be the slowest, and at the end of the day, maybe you might net a little bit more if you're basically doing ice golem or dragon, but for spider and fire knight, this is definitely not going to be the greatest. And like I said, this is the worst time wise, but it does save your other resources other than your energy. This is kind of the best because it's use a little bit of your energy, a little bit of your brews, a little bit of your mystery shards, and you still get a little bit of coin. This is obviously the fastest, but it does start draining your resources a lot quicker. You make your own decision. I just want to make you better informed. So until next time, once I have some more information gathered up, have a nice day.